In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and vibrant meadows lived a young man named Samuel. Samuel was known for his tireless pursuit of happiness. He believed that once he achieved certain milestones, he would finally be happy. As a child, he thought happiness would come with his first toy, then his first bicycle, and later, his first job. But each time he reached a milestone, the joy was fleeting, and he found himself yearning for the next big thing. One day, Samuel decided to seek wisdom from the village elder, a wise woman named Miriam, who had lived a full and content life. Miriam was known for her tranquil demeanor and infectious laughter that could often be heard echoing through the village. Samuel approached her small, cozy cottage, feeling a mix of hope and desperation. "Miriam," Samuel began, "I've worked hard and achieved many things, but true happiness always seems just out of reach. How can I find lasting happiness?" Miriam smiled gently and invited Samuel to sit with her in the garden. The air was filled with the sweet fragrance of blooming flowers, and birds chirped melodiously in the background. "Samuel," she said, "happiness isn't something you find at the end of a journey. It's something you experience along the way. Let me tell you a story," she began. "There was once a young traveler named Aidan who embarked on a quest to find the land of eternal happiness. He believed that if he could reach this mythical place, he would be happy forever. Aidan traveled through dense forests, crossed raging rivers, and climbed steep mountains. Along his journey, he met many people: a kind farmer who shared his food, a cheerful child who played games with him, and a wise old woman who told him stories by the fire. Aidan was so focused on reaching the land of eternal happiness that he often overlooked these moments of joy. After years of searching, he finally reached the place described in the legends, only to find it was not as he imagined. Disappointed and weary, Aidan sat by a river and reflected on his journey. He realized that the moments of happiness he had experienced were scattered throughout his travels, not just at the end. The laughter with the child, the kindness of the farmer, the stories by the fire, those were the true treasures of his journey. Miriam looked at Samuel with kind eyes. "Happiness is a journey, Samuel, not a destination. It's found in the everyday moments, in the connections we make, and in the gratitude we cultivate. You don't have to wait to be happy. Embrace the present, and you will find that happiness is already with you." Samuel pondered Miriam's words and decided to change his approach to life. Instead of constantly chasing after the next big thing, he began to focus on the small, everyday joys. He started his mornings with a walk through the village, greeting his neighbors and enjoying the fresh air. He took the time to savor his meals, appreciating the flavors and the effort that went into preparing them. He spent more time with his family and friends, sharing stories, laughter, and support. One afternoon, while sitting by the village fountain, Samuel saw a little girl crying because she had lost her favorite toy. Remembering Miriam's story, he approached her with a smile and offered to help her find it. Together, they searched the village and eventually found the toy in a flower bed. The girl's face lit up with joy and she hugged Samuel tightly. In that moment, Samuel felt a deep sense of happiness and fulfillment. As the seasons changed, so did Samuel. He became more content and peaceful, finding joy in the simple pleasures of life. He realized that happiness was not a distant goal to be achieved, but a state of being that could be nurtured every day. He began to share his newfound wisdom with others in the village, encouraging them to appreciate the present and find happiness in the journey of life. Years passed, and Samuel grew older, but his heart remained light and joyful. He often visited Miriam, thanking her for the wisdom that had transformed his life. One sunny day, as they sat together in her garden, Miriam looked at Samuel and said, "You've learned well, my dear friend. Happiness has always been within you. It's in the laughter of children, the beauty of nature, and the love we share with others." Samuel nodded, a serene smile on his face. He knew that he had found the true secret to happiness. It was not in the distant future or in achieving great milestones, but in living fully and gratefully in each moment. And so, Samuel lived the rest of his days with a heart full of joy, knowing that happiness is indeed a journey, not a destination.